And I was a sponge, you know what I mean? And I think that's what gives me an unfair advantage and a disadvantage in my mixing. And what I mean by that is when I mix a record, I don't care what anybody thinks. I am trying to make this record the best record that I feel it could be.
Yeah.
Or else why are you coming to me? Like if I think something is not right, why would I leave it not right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in the new 2-track demo, just keep it like it is world that we're living in, that doesn't fly too much. You know what I mean? Because people, you know, with technology that we have today, people get used to what the mixes are, or the rough mixes are. So with me, my philosophy has always been mixing like an A&R. Like I am, well, this is a hit.
Yeah.
As opposed to, yeah, this is cool, but it isn't a hit.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to make the record the best that it can be. And sometimes I win really, 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 really big. And sometimes I fail, meaning that the artist will come in and be like, it's a little too different, Jay.
Right, like this ain't it.
And I feel like that kind of rewinds to your proficiency, you being around all of those different sounds. Because MCA and Busby, we're talking New Edition. We're talking like that New Jack Swing push, and then switching from when he went to DreamWorks. And I mean, you mentioned it, this new.
But that's what mixing
R&B.
is. I mean, all mixing is. It's like everyone has ears.
Right.
But it's like, how did your ears get trained? What did you listen to?
Yeah.
What do you consider great? You know what I mean? So I have a lot of people who will tell me like, you know, how do you know what a good mix is and this and that's? It's like, you don't know. You know what you like.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if what you like, and I always tell my clients this, and that's what scares the shit out of them. I'm like, all right, listen to me. If we go by your ears, and let's just say your ears are wrong, and we put the record out, and it doesn't do good, how would you feel?
Yeah.
Oh, I would feel good because it's what I want to put out, and like I want to stand on my shit.
Okay.
But then I said to yourself, I've been in with every producer in the world, every writer, every exec. I've heard every emotion, every insecurity, every fear, every great risk taking. Like, Mike Will saying, you know what? No, Jay, I want a distorted 808 to sound like dog shit.
Right.
And I'm like, really? So when you see that, you just say to yourself, what is the purpose of my mix? Is it to make this artist the biggest artist in the world that I feel, or is it just to give them exactly what they want? And there's a lot of people, I don't even know how to mix like that.
Right, understand.
Like I can't pull up a rough and just like when they want that, I just give it to my guys.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, just make it better.
Right.
But with me, but I always give the client what they want. Like I never don't do change. Like, I'm not doing any changes. This is the mix.
Right.
Never.
Okay.
Ever. I always tell them you are the boss and you're going to get what you want.
Right.
But this is my starting point. This is where I feel we're undefeated.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And sometimes it scares people, but a lot of times you change the game.